I'm family friendly, thank you.
Family friendly, please.
The end.
The end. And then we leave. Okay. So, yeah.
Do you cosplay? And if so, which characters have you done?
Oh, I haven't actually done a cosplay. I've cosplayed for, I've cosplayed as Octavia, but that was kind of for a gig, so I don't really count it as I was cosplaying. But I would like to someday. It's just finding that right character. I'd love to be like a female All Might, because I love All Might.
You know, cosplay like any of the amazing voice impressions you can do.
Oh, you know what? If I could, I'd probably be photo finish, just because I love photo finish, and I'd be like taking pictures. Picture perfect pony. What about you? You've done. You've got a Halo cosplay, haven't you? You.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were looking beyond me.
Sorry.
Yes, I made a Master Chief suit because I've been into Halo since I was a kid, and so
We like Halo.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh my gosh,
I died a lot.
There's a Halo man right there. That's Spartan Rarity, right?
Oh.
Yes. Halo is the bomb, but bomb armed. Oh yeah, I can't say the B word. It's not allowed. Bomb.
Oh.
I said it 4 times though.
Bomb.
Yeah, but so I actually ended up making a suit. And while Fireteam Harmony did make fun of my suit, it actually stops bullets, so, you know, there you go. If they're really small bullets that you throw at me.
Yeah, I was saying me and Gabe, when we first started like chatting on Skype, we used to play Halo with Acoustic Brony.
Acoustic Brony.
And the whole time it was like, Monty, stop dying!
That was so fun.
I like playing games, I'm just not good at them.
Great memories. We were racing that track and Acoustic Brony stopped and you hit the back and the car exploded and you just flipped over top.
Yeah, I just get in a car and just drive everywhere. I'm a troll. Anyways.
Hi, big fan of both of
Oh,
yours.
thanks.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Me, I make YouTube videos.
Oh.
Okay, well, you know.
So, yeah.
Anyone can upload a YouTube video, just saying.
That's why I did it. Thanks, Gabe.
Oh, you're welcome.
I don't like Gabe, so my question's for Monty. So Monty, I follow your Twitter.
Oh.
Huge fan.
Thanks.
And you almost made me throw up the other day. Because you went to downtown Seattle and found the gum wall, and no one told you that wasn't gum you're supposed to chew off the wall. So what flavor did you find, and how was it?
Oh, it was peppermint. It was great.
Was it good?
Flavor, yeah.
Did you get me any?
Well, you didn't ask.
I'm a YouTuber, so I thought we were like friends.
Next. Yeah, the other day we went to into Seattle because I got here a day early because of jet lag and all that jazz, and we went to the gum wall, and it was beautiful but disgusting at the same time. I was like, this is disgustful. And so, like, our friend Patty just gave us all some chewing gum, because that's what people do, they put gum on the wall. And people make like art out of it and everything. There was a sunset, a guitar, and all sorts, lots of hearts. And so I took a picture where I took my gum and it looked like I was like biting some off the wall. But our driver said, our Lyft driver said there was once this guy that walked down the street and licked the wall. Nice.
Don't kink shame, Monty.
I mean, to each their own, you know.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh my gosh. Someone should make a art of a stick of gum. That would be like gumception.
People also put their like business cards and things on there too. They put the gum name and the business card on it.
So we know who to avoid.
Yeah, that's it. Well, we were trying to avoid the wall whilst taking pictures, like our back not stuck against it. Yeah. Gum wall, go see it. It's disgusting. Disgustable, that's it. Yeah.
Have there been any voices that have been difficult for you to voice?
Male voices.
Same.
It's funny because when I sometimes do, I don't know whether you've had it, I do an impression video and I add the guy voices just for a laugh and giggle, and then there are people who are like, you can't do the male voices, you need to work on them, and I'm like...
Exactly, all the time. It's like, you don't sound like Jigglypuff. It's like, you think?
then when I don't add them, there's someone that's like, why didn't you add the male characters? And I'm like, I can't win! Oh,
Male
God.
voice is better than I do female.
I'm trying to think if there's, I think the only time I've had like a bit of like hiccups is when there's, that's it, when there's certain American words or like a tongue twister for me. I think it's like R's that get me sometimes. But yeah, I think after years of doing it, it's hard. If you don't really do the voice that you can't do, so you don't really know.
You kind of know when you hear a voice. Oh, I can probably do that.
I can't burp on command.
I can't either.
No, that's
So I'll just like drink a lot of soda, burp, and then I'll just go like this in the video and just move the.
You cheated.
Cheated.
Thank you for your question. And what about you? Have you
Me?
got any characters you find difficult?
Yeah, female voice.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi, Ellie. I'm a huge fan of yours, and I'm also a reviewer and voice actor myself as well.
Oh, cool.
And I was wondering, what was it like doing the Button Mash Adventures?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Jan and Shady did like such a great job with that before it went. But yeah, Button's mum, I think she was probably one of the few mums I voiced, and Shady's direction to me was make her really happy and like giddy and stuff. Don't make her strict because she has to be very lovable. Yeah,
you're a little too lovable.
Little oh yeah. Oh yes, yeah. Yeah. Button's mum got a bit too popular. If you know what I mean. Yeah. A friend sent me a link to a game which was 18 plus. I didn't know at the time, and so I was like, "Oh, Button Mash game! No!"
Oh my God.
And then the worst thing was, like, it wouldn't come off the page. And I had to like literally turn off my whole computer, and I was like, I hate you. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I loved it. It was a shame it ended, but the thing is, like, without rain, can't have rainbows, and Jan and Shady are off doing other fun stuff, you know, that I'm really excited to see.
And final thing is, can I have a hug?
Oh, yeah, well, after this, I'll be in the autograph room and I'll hug you all to death. And I'll have prints and all sorts. And yeah, so after this panel, I'll be in the autograph room and we can all like chat there and all that jazz.
It's a great way to go out. Like, I go out, I'd rather be with you.
Yes.
I'm honestly a huge fan of your fake editions.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I need to do Undertale Part 2. I did Undertale Part 1 and then I didn't do it for months. So yeah, thank you so much.
But what got you basically into the fake editions?
Oh, it was just that, like, I found games where they didn't have any voices, or like, I don't know, just cartoon characters where they didn't have voices, and I thought, oh, it'd be fun to do a video where I do my own, well, not impression, but my own take on these characters that don't have voices. And obviously in the video I say, like, this is just my impression. I know that probably you don't think that this character might sound like that, but this is what I would do if I was auditioning for the character, and all that jazz, and yeah, that's why I call it fake dishes. It's a fake audition.
Also, how was it doing your little impression of Sans?
Oh, my Sans impression. Because Sans doesn't talk in the game. I was just like, basically like Hat Kid from Hat in Time. Thank you for your question.
You're welcome.
Who got you starting your YouTube channel?
My YouTube channel. Oh god, it was a long time ago I started it. Long time ago! When did I start? I started in like 2006-07, so I was like 16, 17 at the time. I just saw a lot of people having fun on YouTube, and I was like, I'm going to join in too. And I think it was partially fan dubs that got me into it. I was like, wow, people could do voice acting on the internet and dub over these animes, because I love anime. And yeah, that's what got me into it, just fan dubs. And then from there, I just made it into another source of performing. Because with gigs and things and entertainment, obviously, like, you do what the director says and that. So it's nice to have projects where you're the producer and you get to do what you want. But yes, it's good fun. It's raining men, hallelujah! We were dancing together yesterday, it was beautiful. I love it.
So, actual voice. So, I've been doing a lot of voice like stuff just for fun with like, you know, just like impressing my friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like I can change all of my voice pitch to like something like
Love Diva.
Love diva.
exactly. So like my question is though, because like I did take a class for voice acting, but it was
good.
mostly for television and radio. How do you get involved with like the indie setting, like say video games and like fandoms and stuff?
I did tons of gigs for like, I said yes to everything and I gained contacts. And my first like indie game, which was Dust and Lizzie Tale, I got because...
What?
Oh yeah!
I love that game so much.
I was Lady Tethys.
Oh my god!
The green flubber lady. And yeah, so a friend got in contact with me and well, he knew Devon Mack, who was the director, and was like, hey, I have a British friend, she can maybe audition for these characters, and it's all about contacts. If you just got to do a load of stuff for like free and for fun, and gain the contacts, and then the jobs will come to you. And then it's also keeping an eye out, because sometimes on Twitter, if you follow the right people, you can see any of these like gigs pop up and auditions and stuff. The voice acting community are actually really nice, so a lot of voice actors like retweet auditions and things like that. So yeah, it's all about following the right people. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Good on you for going to a voice acting class though, because you gotta get out there and do it and go to acting classes, voice acting classes. Because a lot of people go, I want to be a voice actor, and it's like, well, have you tried? Have you gone to classes? And they're like, no.
Yes.
Well, good on ya. But yeah, well, voice acting, it's in the name, acting. So going to acting classes as well, so helpful. Singing is helpful. I feel like that's why I have a decent range with voice acting, is because of singing. And, you know, vice versa with the singing. If you're singing a musical theatre song, the voice acting helps. You know, if you're a character. That makes sense.
Well, that's been helpful advice. Thank you very much. Now,
It's in the refrigerator.
I love it.
Hello.
Hiya.
We met earlier.
Yes.
I've been thinking about starting my own YouTube channels, specifically in regards to MLPG4. I feel like now was a bad time, especially since it's winding down.
I don't think it's ever a bad time, because like I see so many YouTube channels where I don't know, they make like stuff about Disney, they make stuff about old anime and all sorts. I think there'll always be a fandom for something in an audience. So I think the fact that a show is ending shouldn't stop you.
So I was wanting to get into dramatic reading to be able to help keep my upload rate consistent.
Yeah.
Would you have any advice regarding dramatic readings?
Dramatic readings. What do you think?
Dramatic reading?
Yeah, I think maybe do some. I find it funny when people do like dramatic readings of fan fiction on YouTube and stuff like that.
I have an entire library on fan fiction of just stories I plan to do a dramatic reading.
Yeah, have fun with it. I think that's the main thing with YouTube. You just gotta have fun with it, and then you learn and you grow from it. Because when I started doing like voice acting, I was crap at the American accent. I look back at it and I'm like,
American accent is great. I was actually going to compliment you on that earlier.
Oh, fine.
Totally different. It's like Tom Holland when I first saw his first interview.
I didn't even know
Tom
he's
Holland,
British.
I was like, oh.
Spider-Man's British.
I haven't seen any of his interviews, so.
He gives away lots of spoilers, don't.
Yeah, that was news to me.
Well, thank you for your question.
Thank you.
The gingerbread man and who should I be for gingerbread man?
Granny Smith.
Okay, Granny Smith, yes. Okay. I think Race should come up for this one and be the mirror. Race! All right, you're gonna be the mirror.
Thank you.
And I kind of want it in your own voice. I feel like you do like really well. Just be ACRacebest.
I do me my wait. You're a living embodiment of yourself.
No one does me better than I do me.
Okay. Saber Spark.
Like the.
Always Saber Spark. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, I got some.
Yeah.
Where's my little? There we go. Oh, okay. So these are kind of mini characters, but everybody gets a sweetie for coming up regardless. Okay, so can I have Phoenix come up? And I'd like Phoenix to be, we'll have you as Scootaloo. And you will be the head guard / guards. You know what, I'm going to give you a challenge, I'm going to give you 2. So you'll be Felonious as well, but Felonious will be, we'll have Felonious as Applejack. Alright, so there, I'll give you one of these ones here. So let me just write down that you Scootaloo. And then that one is Applejack. And then, here's a pen for you, just in case you want one of them. Actually, I might need a narrator. Okay, let's see. What else? Okay, we'll have the great and powerful Trixie, please. It says Kiri. Not sure what that says. Who put Trixie down? Up you can. I'll have you read the narration, which is in blue. Awesome. Right. Off you go, Trixie.
I'm reading the...
You're reading the narration blue bit.
In Trixie's voice or...
In Trixie's voice. Well, if you want to do it like a narration voice, that's fine too. I don't mind. Whatever floats your boat.
The door kitchen. A masked man is torturing the gingerbread man. He's continually dunking him in a glass of milk. Lord Farquaad walks in.
That's enough. He's ready to talk.
That actually makes it better right here.
The gingerbread man is pulled out of milk and slammed down onto a cookie sheet. Farquaad laughs as he walks over to the table. However, when he reaches the table, we see that it goes up to his eyes. He clears his throat and the table is lowered. He then picks up the gingerbread man's legs and plays with them.
Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
You're a monster!
I'm not the monster, here you are. You and the rest of that fairy tale trash poisoning my perfect halo. Now tell me, where are the others?
Eat me!
I've tried to be fair to you creatures. Now my patience has reached its end. Tell me, or I'll... do something.
Next page.
He spits milk into Farquaad's eyes.
And then...
He slowly pulled off the gingerbread man's buttons.
No, not the buttons! Not my gumdrop buttons!
All right then, who's hiding them?
Okay, I'll tell you. Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Yes, I know the Muffin Man. Who lives on Drury Lane?
Well, she's married to the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
She's married to the Muffin Man.
The great and powerful Trixie likes this Lord Farquaad already. He should totally join.
Awesome.
The door opens and the head guard walks in.
Who's the head guard? You?
Yeah.
Head guard.
That's Sweetie.
My lord, we found it!
Then, what are you waiting for? Bring it in.
More guards enter carrying something that is covered by a sheet. They hang up whatever it is and remove the sheet. It is the magic mirror.
In all. Ooh!
Magic mirror.
Don't tell him anything. Nope!
Farquaad picked them up and dumped them into a trash can with a lid.
Evening. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Is this not the most perfect battle rifle of them all? Well, technically, you're not a king. Yeah, king, right. Thelonious.
Thelonious holds up a hand mirror and smashes it with his fist.
You were saying? What I mean is, you're not a king yet, but you can become one. All you have to do is marry a princess. Go on. So just sit back and relax, my lord, because it's time for you to meet today's eligible bachelorettes! Yeah! And here they are! Bachelorette number 1 is a mentally abused shut-in from a kingdom far, far away. She likes sushi and hot tubbing anytime. Her hobbies include cooking and cleaning for her 2 evil sisters. Please welcome Cinderella!
Show picture of Cinderella.
Bachelorette number 2 is a cape-wearing girl from the land of fancy. Although she lives with 7 other men, she's not easy. Just kiss her dead, frozen lips and find out what a live wire she is. Come on, give it up for Snow White!
Show the picture of Snow White.
And last, but certainly not last, Bachelorette number 3 is a fiery redhead from a dragon-guarded castle surrounded by hot, boiling lava. But don't let that cool you off. She's a loaded pistol who likes pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. Yours for the rescuing, Princess Fiona!
Picture of Princess Fiona.
So, will it be Bachelorette number 1, Bachelorette number 2, or Bachelorette number 3?
2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3.
I've ever made in my life.
Hold up 2 fingers.
Who's Thelonious? Oh, we don't have a Thelonious.
No, yeah. Pick number 3, my lord.
Okay. I choose Cortana. Lord Farquaad, you've chosen Princess Fiona! Princess Fiona. Yeah, she'll do. All I have to do is find someone who can go and... But I probably should mention the little thing that happens at night. Yeah, I'll do it, whatever. Yes, but after sunset... Shut up! I will make this Princess Fiona my queen. And Duloc will finally have the perfect Master Chief. Captain, assemble your finest men. We're going to have a tournament.
Lord Farquaad smiled evilly. Spin a scene.
Thank you guys. Feel free to get a sweetie for coming up from Spencer over there.
Game.
I am Scootaloo, and I love Rainbow Dash!
Keep it if you want. Oh, thank you. Okay, right. Thank you so much. Next script.
Should I run away?
No, do some more narration actually.
Really good. I also like how you read the typo.
Well, last but not last.
Last but not last.
Last but not as last as she could be.
It could be a last one.
Okay. The next one we're going to do is from The Big Lebowski.
Favorite movie of all time.
Race will be the narrator, which is all the stuff that's like to the left like this. Race.
Narrator?
What? I'm totally paying attention.
Oh, it's like this as you. Okay.
Oh, I love it.
All right, so we'll have Walter be Gabe. What voice would you like Gabe to do, guys? Anything?
Timon.
Greninja.
Greninja, he just says.
I'm trying to think.
Michael Jackson. SpongeBob.
Yeah, we'll do SpongeBob as Walter. Michael Jackson. SpongeBob. Here's yours. Okay, I will be the dude. So, what would you like as the dude?
Piggy pie.
What about Tracer?
Tracer, yes.
Maybe I'll be Tracer.
So,
Alright, Tracer.
Yeah.
Maybe you should beep like a well.
Nate, do you want to come up and play Donnie?
I'm a whale.
Nate, do you want to come up? You want to come and play Donnie? Yeah? Basic? You want to come up?
That's my brother Basic. He's like hardly ever at conventions.
They may be brothers, but don't let that fool you.
Oh God, the implication.
What voice would you like?
I guess that was really suggestive. That's not what I was going for.
By the way, Monty has a show tonight at 7 to 8, right? Yes, and the thing I have a show from 9:30 to 10:30. Super late night.
Oh, and hey, what are we doing in like 2 hours?
And in 2 hours we have Whose Line Is It Anyway with all of us.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so crazy.
For anyone that doesn't know what Whose Line is, it's an improv game. None of us know what's going to happen going into it, but it's going to be wild. We have Nate who's going to be playing music for us throughout it, so guys, don't miss Whose Line.
It's the only reason I come to these conventions.
Alright, so Nate
That and the
is,
sweeties.
Nate is going to surprise us with what voice. We're going to get a special surprise.
I'll do Gabriel.
They may be brothers, but don't let that fool you.
Oh God, the implication.
Okay, so we've got Walter as SpongeBob, the dude as Tracer, Donnie as Black Griffin, and narration is ACRacebest. I mean, you can do a voice if you want, but...
Hold on. I need to listen to what SpongeBob sounds like.
Oh, okay.
He goes da That's not SpongeBob, that's Patrick.
Who's Patrick?
Who you calling SpongeBob?
That's what happens sometimes with voice matching and just voice acting in general. Sometimes you need...
Yeah, like I know SpongeBob, but like I want to get it right. You know?
I know, I'm just saying with voice acting sometimes you need that like line to like get back into the character, the flow. Yo.
This is ridiculous. Does SpongeBob ever talk? Alright, whatever.
I was thinking on the episode that you're watching. Would you want to do Patrick instead?
No, I got SpongeBob.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
Alright, off you go, Race.
Bowling pins. Scattered by a strike. Music and head credits play over various bowling shots. Pins flying, bowlers hoisting balls, balls gliding down lanes, sliding feet, graceful releases, ball return, spinning a ball, fingers sliding into finger holes, etc., etc.
I think it's the wrong script, yeah.
The music turns into boomy source music coming from a distant jukebox as the credits end over a clattering strike. A lanky, blonde man with stringy hair tied back in a ponytail turns from the strike to walk back to the bench.
Hot dang, I'm throwing rocks tonight! Mark it, dude!
We are tracking in on the circular bench towards a big man nursing a large plastic cup of Bud. He has dark, worried eyes and a goatee. Hairy legs emerge from his khaki shorts. He also wears a khaki army surplus shirt with the sleeves cut off over an old bowling shirt. This is Walter. He squints through the smoke from his own cigarette as he addresses the dude at the scoring table. The dude, also holding a large plastic cup of Bud, wears some of it on his foam-covered mustache.
This was a valued rug.
He elaborately clears his throat.
No, I mean.
Oh. Oh.
Just kidding.
This was a...
Yeah, man, it really tied the room together.
This was a valued,
Donnie, the strike-scoring bowler, enters and sits next to Walter.
How do you sound? I'll do Obama.
Obama?
What tied the room together, dude?
Were you listening to the story, Donnie?
What?
Were you listening to the dude's story?
I was bowling.
So, you have no frame of reference, Donnie. You're like a child who wanders into the middle of a movie and wants to know.
What's your point, Walter?
There's no fudging reason. Here's my point, dude. There's no fudging reason.
Yeah, Walter, what's your point?
Huh?
What's the point of? We all know who was at fault, so what the fudge are you talking about?
No. What the fudge are you talking about? We're talking unchecked aggression here.
What the fudge is he talking about?
My rug!
Forget it, Donnie. You're out of your element.
This Chinaman who peed on my rug. I can't go give him a bill, so what the fudge are you talking about?
What the fudge are you talking about? This Chinaman is not the issue. I'm talking about drawing a line in the sand, dude. Across this line, you do, and also, dude, this is crazy. Chinaman is not the preferred Asian American, please.
Walter, this is not a guy who built the railroads here. This guy, he peed on my...
What the fudge are you?
Walter, he peed on my rug!
My fellow Americans, he peed on the dude's rug.
Get out of your element! The Chinaman is not the issue, dude.
So who?
Jeff Lebowski, come on. This other Jeffrey Lebowski, the millionaire. He's got to be the easier way. There's got to be an easier to find another way. These two, and he's just the wealth, the resources, obviously. And there's no reason, no fudging reason why his wife should go out and owe money and then pee on your rug. Am I wrong?
No, but...
Am I wrong?
Yeah, but...
Okay, that,
He elaborately clears his throat.
That rug really tied the room together, did it not?
Fudging
And this guy peed on it.
Donnie, Obama, please.
Yeah, I could find this Lebowski guy.
His name is Lebowski? That's your name, dude.
Yeah, this is the guy. This guy should compensate me for the fudging rug. I mean, his wife goes out and owes money, and they pee on my rug.
That's right, dude. They peed on your fudging rug.
The end.
Right.
My fellow Americans. On the beach road.
There was a lot of chocolate in that story, wasn't there?
Intergalactic demons. What are you saying about
Hey, let's see. Let's do a Monty Python script. Okay, alright.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
We're gonna do the... yeah.
This is
We'll do the Bridge of Death. So, I would like... Galahad, can James Corden be the Mad Hatter? Mad Hatter. Okay. Here is your script, and there's pens there for you to write on it. Right, so there's James. Can I have... can Gabe be Arthur? And I'd like you to be... Arnold Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah. Arnold Schwartz. Alright, here, take this one.
Thank you.
Robin, I'll have ACRacebest be Save Spark.
Alright.
So you're Robin? There we go.
Sabre's gonna love this.
Oh, yes. I'm going to tell you about a plan.
Can I have Bedivere? I would like to be Tiana as Apple Bloom. Apple Bloom. Bloom. Okay.
There's one for you.
Thank you.
Okay, put that over there. So I move that one forward. Boop, 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 boop. There's 10. Yeah. So you are Bedivere as Apple Bloom. And then you are Galahad.
Galahad.
And then I'll be the bridge keeper. Who should I have as the bridge keeper? Actually, I'll have Ash Ketchum be Lancelot, and then the bridge keeper will be photo finish. Photo finish. Good. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Galahad.
There it is.
It's the birds of death.
Oh, great.
Look, that's the old man from scene 24.
What is he doing there?
He's the keeper of the bridge of death. He asks his traveler 5 questions.
3 questions.
3 questions. Who answers the 5 questions?
3 questions.
3 questions. And they cross in safety.
But what if you subscribe to my Patreon? I'm sorry. What if you get a question wrong?
And you're cast into the gorge of eternal peril.
Oh, wacko.
Can I go now? Who is going to answer the questions?
Sir Robin.
Yes.
Brave Sir Robin. You go.
Hey, I've got a great idea. Why doesn't Lancelot go?
Yeah, let me go, my liege. I will take him single-handed with my Pikachu. I shall make a fling to the northeast and
No. Hang on. Just answer the 5 questions.
3 questions?
3 questions! As best as you can. And we shall watch and play.
I understand, my liege.
Good luck, brave Sir Lancelot. God to be with you.
Lancelot approaches the bridge keeper. Stop! Who would cross the bridge of death man's asking me these questions free? Here the other side, you see.
Ask me the questions, why am I British Ash Ketchum? Oh. Ask me the questions, Bridgekeeper. I'm not afraid.
What is your name?
My name is Sir Lancelot of Camelot.
What is your quest?
To seek the Holy Grail.
What is your favorite color?
Blue.
Right, off you go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Sir Lancelot walks across the bridge into the mist and we cannot see the other side. Arthur and Sir Robin exchange glances. Robin breathes a great sigh of relief.
That's easy.
Stop! Who approacheth the bridge of death must answer me these questions 3. Here the other side, he see.
Wow, what a great movie. Ask me the questions, Bridgekeeper. I'm not afraid.
What is your name?
See, Sir Room of Robin of Canterlot. Room of Canterlot.
What is your quest?
To seek the Holy Grail.
What is the capital of Assyria? Assyria.
Well, I don't know that.
Robin is immediately hurled by some unseen force over the edge of the cliff. Stop! What is your name?
Sir Galahad of Camelot.
What is your quest?
I seek the Grail.
What is your favorite color?
Blue. No, yellow.
Galahad is immediately hurled by some unseen force over the edge of the cliff. Stop! What is your name?
Sir Arthur, King of the Britons.
What is your quest?
I seek the Holy Grail.
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
What kind of swallow? An African swallow or European swallow?
Huh? I don't know that. The bridge keeper is immediately held by some unseen force over the edge of the cliff.
How do nails so much about swallows?
Well, you have to know these things when you're a king, you know.
And that's the end of that script. Make sure you guys get a sweetie from Spencer when you get down there. Thanks so much for coming. Okay, let's see what time we have. Ooh. So, okay. Shall we do either another Monty Python script or Back to the Future?
Back to the Future.
Okay, we're gonna go for Back to the Future. All right. Okay. I'd like Race to be the narrator again. There you go.
Thank you.
You do such a good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. ACRacebest.
I'm the narrator.
I'd like Spencer to come up and be Goofy as George.
Oh.
Goofy. I'd like Eileen to be played by Gabe.
You're Eileen.
I'd like you to be... let's see. I know, I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the recent. I'm never going to give you up. I'm like, what ones did you do in that one?
Right, that weren't like Squirtle.
Squirtle. Stitch. Yeah, we love Stitch.
All right.
Stitch.
Oh,
Marty McFly. Monty McFly. What should I do with as Marty? Should I be Style? Oh, Celestia. Let's see. I'm trying to think. What other wacky characters have I done? What about Minnie Mouse?
Yes.
Minnie Mouse. We'll go for Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse.
Either Stitch or Jar Jar Binks now, I'm wondering.
Jar Jar.
Well, you can do Jar Jar Binks as Biff.
Oh.
Okay. Jar Jar. And then I would like Kiki to come up and be Fluttershy as Doc Brown. Okay. You are George as Goofy, and then what's that yours? Okay, so we have the narrator as ACRacebest, we have George as Goofy, we have Eileen as Stitch, we have Marty as Minnie Mouse, Doc Brown as Fluttershy, and Biff as Jar Jar Binks. And here we go.
The setting is the school cafeteria. A large poster advertises the Springtime in Paris dance on Saturday, March 16th. We pan over to the cafeteria line where George is getting his lunch. Marty is right behind him in line and watches as the cafeteria ladies give George the burnt pork chop, the wilted salad, and the green stewed tomatoes. But George isn't paying attention because he's talking to himself.
Oh, it's me. Okay. Eileen, if you're free Saturday night? No. Eileen, would you like to go to the dance? No.
Marty hears this, then notices the poster. He perks up, very interested. The scene changes to the lunchroom. George comes out of the cafeteria line and looks around the lunchroom. Eileen, Mage, and some other girls are sitting at a table. George takes a deep breath and heads over that way. Marty follows a short distance behind. George is very nervous as he approaches Eileen. In fact, his tray is shaking because his hands are quivering.
Eileen?
Oh, how? George.
Oh, Eileen, could I ask you something? Oh, whoops.
His shaking tray causes him to spill his creamed corn. She smiles. She thinks it's cute.
Oh, well, the thing is, that is what I wanted to ask you.
Marty draws closer to eavesdrop, but Eileen spots him.
Marty! Ow! Over here.
George rolls around to see who she's talking to and spills his entire lunch all over himself.
Oh, gosh! Excuse me, please!
George starts to walk away, but Marty stops him.
Oh, wait a minute. Aren't you going to ask her to the dance?
Oh, hey, how did you know?
Go ahead, George. Ask her.
Oh, leave me alone.
You've got to ask her to the dance.
Not now.
Is that what you were going to ask Stitch, George? To go to dance?
No!
George runs away. Marty tries to stop him.
George, wait! Get back here! You're not supposed to run off. It doesn't happen that way.
But George is gone. Marty throws up his arms.
Oh, God! This is all wrong!
What's all wrong?
George, I'm supposed to ask you to the dance.
But he didn't ask Stitch.
But he does! Don't you see? He comes out of the cafeteria line, he's nervous, he spills his corn, and he asks you to the dance!
Marty, you haven't been listening. Nobody's asked me to the dance. What?
She smiles at him, then picks up her empty tray and walks off with a wink. Marty drops into a chair, totally shocked.
I know.
Change scene to Professor Brown's study. Daytime. Professor Brown reacts with shock at what Marty has just told him.
You did what?
I didn't mean to do it. It was an accident.
You do realize what this means. Do you have any idea what this means?
Oh, look, it's not that big of a deal. I can fix it. All I gotta do is get them together and make sure my old man asks her out.
You'd better make sure your old man asks her out, because if he doesn't, they may never have a first date. And if they don't have a first date, they won't have a second date. If they don't have a second date, they won't fall in love. If they don't fall in love, they won't get married. And if they don't get married, you'll never be born.
Oh!
Change scene to the street, the malt shop. Daytime. Marty is dragging George down the street toward the malt shop just ahead, the local hangout. Two kids on homemade scooters, roller skates nailed to a 2x4 with an orange crate on top, cruise down the sidewalk past them.
I don't know if I can go through with this.
George, she's beautiful, right? She's nice. She's decent. She's the kind of girl you'd like to marry, right? Just like I'd like to marry Mickey. And there's nothing in the world you'd like more than to take her out and to the dance, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay then.
George halts abruptly and faces Marty.
Wait a minute here. Who are you anyway? What are you doing this for?
Oh, let's just say I have a vested interest in you and Eileen going to this dance, all right? Oh, look, there she is.
Marty points through the window of the malt shop. Point of view through the window of the malt shop. Eileen at a table with Mage and another girlfriend, talking and sipping ice cream sodas.
Oh, go in there and invite her.
What do I say?
Say what you were supposed to say in the cafeteria.
Oh, no! That was for the cafeteria. This is different.
Oh, Christ. It's a miracle I was even born.
Huh?
Nothing. Oh, look, I'll write it down for you, okay?
Marty tears a page out of George's notebook and starts writing something with his big pen. George...
Product placement.
Right. They paid me well, okay? George stares with fascination at the ballpoint pen.
What is that? A pencil that writes in ink?
Huh?
George takes it and examines it.
Let me see that. Bike, fine, point?
It's a big pen. Is that how it's called? Big?
Yeah, big.
Oh, okay. Cool.
How do you fill it with ink?
Fill it with ink? You don't fill it with... Oh, come on, George.
Marty pulls George into the malt shop. Marty points George in the right direction and shoves the piece of paper in his hand.
Oh, there she is. Just go and ask her. I'll be soon sit right here.
Marty takes a stool at the counter. George takes a deep breath, takes a step forward, hesitates, then goes to the counter and says to the soda jerk,
Give me a strawberry malted, please.
Marty shakes his head. George looks at the piece of paper with what he's supposed to say and mouths the words to himself. The soda jerk brings George his malted. George takes a slug, he gets up, his nerve, and approaches Eileen, unaware that he now has a pink mustache. Eileen sees George before he can even open his mouth.
How, George?
George is slightly confused. This isn't in the script.
Oh, hi, Eileen.
How are you?
Oh, I'm all right. Say, listen, about this dance Saturday night.
We hear the sound of the door being thrown open and a familiar voice calls to George.
Hey, Marty! I thought I told you never to come in here.
George turns around and sees Biff and his gang standing there. George shudders. Marty drops his head in his hands and sighs.
Oh. Well, it's gonna cost you, McFly. How much money you got on you? Me so on money.
George quickly pulls out his wallet.
How much do you want, Biff?
As Biff starts to walk toward George, Marty sticks out his leg and trips him. Biff stumbles to the floor, careening into a chair. Everyone in the malt shop laughs at him. Biff, however, doesn't think it's very funny. He picks himself up and goes over to the stool where Marty is sitting with his back facing Biff.
Listen, a-hole. It's about time I taught you a lesson.
And that's the end of that. That's all we've got time for. Thank you everyone who came up and read the scripts. And, thank you guys. Thank you so much. I'll be going over to the autograph room straight away. So I'll meet you guys over there and we'll chat us and sign things and have fun.
Sign your arms, sign your kids.
Thank you again, Grace, and everyone for doing that. Yay.
Thank you.